Welcome to B4B TV, the platform that brings you real people, real stories, and the real Bradford. And today we've got a B4B TV special. Before we start, if you haven't already subscribed, liked, and shared these videos, please go on our platform on YouTube, on our website, www.bradfordforbetter.com, and please subscribe and share our platform so we can bring you more stories from all around Bradford. So today we have a very special episode and we are talking about the Bradford South Asian Festival 2022. And it's a landmark year for a number of reasons for South Asians all across the world. And here in Bradford, we are having this festival very soon, starting on the weekend of the 12th of August. And I have got one of the co-directors of the festival with me today to talk about the festival and shed some light on what will be happening on that weekend. So we have Uzma Kazi. Welcome, Uzma.
Hi, Sahil. Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming to the show, and we're looking forward to finding out more. So please tell us about yourself and what you have in store for this festival.
I am an artist in Bradford. Also have worked in community development with young people, with adults across the ages, really, over many years. And myself and two other lovely ladies, Rahila and Aisha, have sort of curated this festival, which we're actually now doing for the third year. However, the first 2 years we did this online and on radio, and a little bit in person last year. But this is the first year that we'll be curating this festival wholly in person, with the odd audio and digital programs as well. But it's all going to be held at Kala Sangham on the weekend of the 12th to the 14th. And we've got some really, really exciting events coming up, including, puppetry workshops, poetry, some discussions, things that we don't usually talk very easily and openly about in South Asian communities in Bradford, but also some really good fun. We've got a disco night which celebrates, really a tribute to Bappi Lahiri, who was the disco king of the 70s, 80s, and 90s in Bollywood. Also to Lata ji, legendary Lata, who many will, recognize her music from the decades, many, many decades in Bollywood. So that's another tribute show which will be performed by Shabnam Khan and her band. And we've also got, the landmark shows that we've done every year. That's the rap night, the Bradford Beats and Bars, featuring a lot of young local talent. And also the comedy night called Gigglewalas, which is on the Friday night. And lots of other little bits and bobs in store as well.
Excellent. Sounds like a lot of fun. I've seen the flyer that's going around, and there seems to be something for everyone. I mean, I know you've mentioned on some of the sort of musical elements in Bollywood. There's arts and crafts. There's topics being discussed about health, well-being, mental health, women's health. So it seems to be quite a mix of different topics and areas that, fun for the family, fun for all ages, really. So it looks like an amazing program. For those that don't know the venue, it's behind the Broadway in Town Centre.
Yeah, that's right. So Kala Sangham is based basically behind Broadway and in front of Bradford Cathedral. Um, we will have some people outside of the building and things, so you hopefully won't miss us. So
Yeah,
everybody's welcome as well, from all
excellent.
backgrounds, all
Yeah.
heritage backgrounds.
So it's a brilliant location, parking, ample parking. I think Broadway is probably the best place to park. So it's easy. You've got your shopping centre right next door. So great location, great day for family fun. So it's Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
The festival will be on from the Friday the 12th from 5:30. So I must make this clear. The meeting point to start the festival is at the event space inside Broadway. and we're going to have some really lovely little friends, little puppet friends from the Fetch Theatre and also Punjabi Roots Academy as well. So we'll be doing a little bit of a doll and a little bit of a dance and a little bit of a parade. So you're all welcome to join us. And then on Saturday, we're starting at 10 o'clock with a film. And we actually go right up until about midnight on Saturday. So it's a full day. You can choose what you come to. And then on Sunday again, I think 10:30, yeah, 10:30 until about 4:30. So a shorter day, but hopefully just enough, lots and lots of fun for everybody.
Excellent, excellent. So the fun starts on Friday, the 12th at 5:30 p.m. at the Broadway.
That's right, inside Broadway at the event space outside Superdrug.
Yeah, so that's the back end of the Broadway if you come in from the sort of the main town centre from Centenary Square. Excellent. Yeah, so that's the time and date and location for your diaries. So tell us about, I mean, when we say South Asian, it's not one country, it's a huge area, hundreds of languages, multiple religions, multiple cultures. So what was it that got you guys together thinking about this when it first sort of happened, and why did you feel the need to have such a festival? If you want to elaborate on that.
Well, I guess we are it. I guess in a simple way, really. Our tagline is our stories, our culture, our way. I think it feels really important to mark who we are and the history. And clearly, this year is a landmark year, double milestone year with 75 years of marking partition. Of between India and Pakistan, but also 50 years since the South Asians were expelled from Uganda under Idi Amin's rule. And many of those migrants were double migrants. So many of them will have gone to various places around the world, but then at some point decided to come and settle in Bradford. So when we talk about the legacies of colonialism and all that kind of thing, there's so much history and heritage there that is yet to be marked, and this is a really important year. But like I must say that as much as this festival is about marking that history, it's also really about celebrating who we are in the here and now. um what does that mean to people? How do people converse in those mother tongue languages? One day in the festival, I'd love to do a little session called Meri Urdu Garbar, which means, you know, like many people, like there are so many English classes for people who migrate, and even it's like, for example, a lot of new brides who come to the UK, who come to Bradford. There are lots and lots of English classes for people, but there aren't really that many Urdu or Punjabi or Bangla, sessions for people like us who perhaps might be the second or third generation or fourth generation of, British-born byproducts of migration. So that exchange is really important, and I think all in all, I think a lot of the things that we put on are a lot to do with our own lived experience as well, and we encourage people to come and share their stories as well.
Yeah. So there's so many diverse topics that you're touching on, and I think the festival will highlight, talk about history and the relevance of history. There's a huge population in Bradford and the district surrounding Bradford of South Asians of all different cultures, and the history behind the partition and independence from the British rule at the time. It's a history that isn't explored much in the UK, in the history books in the UK, but it's so relevant to such a huge population of South Asians. The partition, the Uganda, everything that happened there, and it has such an impact even to now, to this day. So it's so important to share that history but also remind the communities who belong to that history, because it's not taught in schools, and there's a whole generation of people growing up in the UK, second, third generation, that may not be aware of those experiences and traumas that those communities and people of that generation suffered. So important. Language, likewise, yeah, it's this generation now, third generation, some even fourth. It's kind of the lost generation where there's the British element, but then we're losing maybe the roots that people came from, the language, the culture. So it's so important, not only for those people that are not South Asian to learn about South Asians, but those that are actually from South Asian origins to find out more about their heritage as well. So it kind of touched on everything with this festival. I think it's so important and crucial to have such festivals to celebrate where people have come from. So brilliant. I'm really looking forward to it. And Bradford for Better, proud to be helping and supporting this event. Um, on a final note from me, City of Culture, Bradford, 2025. This is just another sort of a facet of that, I suppose. And I'm guessing that it's going to help you in your work and to promote the work that you're doing, having that status now. How has it changed your life, your work?
Well, we're like I say, it's a really fantastic time for Bradford, and it's really interesting, isn't it? Because you hear so many people say, "Oh, nothing happens in Bradford. Bradford's boring," and and I think winning that competition, and we really, I think, working, everyone in the sector feels like they're really working towards that 2025 year. But I think we need to remember that it's a process and a journey, and this is an opportunity for us to create new legacies, and things that can help people from all different backgrounds of people who live in Bradford, who are just coming new to Bradford. It's an opportunity to welcome new people to Bradford, and I think that's also really important, not to forget those really simple things that could be really effective in us all, valuing each other as human beings in this city. So and like, I just want to say that everybody is welcome to the Bradford South Asian Festival. It's about South Asian life, South Asian culture, art, history, music, but everybody is welcome to come and enjoy it.
Excellent. Yes. So all our listeners, all our viewers out there, please do come along 12th, 13th, and 14th of August weekend at the Kala Sangham in Bradford Town Centre and have some fun, enjoy, and find out more about South Asian culture. Any last words, Uzma? Anything you want to
Yes,
add?
please do follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. We are at Bradford SAF, or Bradford South Asian Festival. Hopefully, you can find us there. And tickets and event will all be on Eventbrite. It's a pay as you feel festival, apart from a couple of events, and everyone is welcome.
So it's free then, is it? Or it's pay as you
Well,
feel?
pay as you feel. So what that means is we're giving people the option to pay what they feel they can pay, what is affordable. We know it's hard times, but also, you make the choice. You decide. Did you enjoy that event? Did you not enjoy that event? It's okay if you didn't, but we'd love to also hear some feedback, so that that feedback goes into us making the next festival even better. And anything that people do feel they can pay for, that all goes back into putting the festival on. So everything's appreciated.
Yeah, yeah. So please be generous. And, I'd add here, I hope you don't mind me adding that this is still very early as a festival. You're just in the third year. And in fact, like you said, give or take COVID, this is probably the first proper open festival that you're actually doing face to face. So I'm guessing you need that support, you need volunteers, you need the message to get out there, and you need feedback so you can make this better and bigger in years to come, because this is just the start. I'm guessing that, I know you've got loads of ideas and there's people out there in your team that have amazing ideas, but we can only do this with the support of the public. and the feedback that we can get. So please do support this festival and come along and give us the feedback, and it hopefully will get bigger and better.
Yeah, definitely. And I have to say, you know, I mean, there's been some great support from our partners, you know, yourself at Bradford for Better, but also with the council and Bradford 2025 and the Leap and lots of other you know, seed funders who have been great. But one of the things that I will say is, as a small organizing team, you know, we are looking to grow our capacity for people who can give their time as well, or if they're interested in putting an event on themselves, you know, come and speak to us at the festival. And you know, we are really, you know, all ears really. And another thing I'll say is in terms of our growing capacity, it's also growing partnerships, but meaningful partnerships, and where people feel like, you know, we can value each other for each other's ideas and each other's experience, because, you know, we're all in this together. So I, you know, we welcome everybody.
Okay. Thank you very much, Uzma, and we're all looking forward to this amazing festival. Thank you, and see you
Great,
soon.
thank you. Thank you.